Well, what's going on, everybody? Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. What's going on, everybody? We got a nice amount of people in here. We got Lady Libra. What's up, Lady Libra? We got Curtis is in the house. West Virginia country boy. I got some gnats flying around. We got Chris May. What's up, my man? Kid Cowboys in the house. Vinny Hagen. Brad Harris, member for 2 months. Welcome, welcome. We're up to like 21 members, 22 members, so that's good. We're getting there slowly but surely. Isaac Ramirez, what's up, brother? How is everybody? What's going on? I got a little bit of OTA practice in the background. Hopefully you guys join in. This is your Zoom call here. Right now it's just It's just me. Nobody's waiting to get in. The connection is good. Yeah, let me know if everybody got their stuff. I mailed everything. I guess it was Thursday, so you probably didn't get it, right? Because we had the Wednesday live stream and everything went out Thursday morning. So if anybody got it, Brad, let me know. Did you get your stuff? I know that there was like 6 things that went out. So let me know. Look at little Cavante Turpin making it work. What's up? What's up? Prime Time. Did you get your hat, brother? I got to talk to you too, Prime Time. I did a little something, so. I have the ding. You hopping in here, Chris? Anybody. Brad, why don't you come on in here? Hi, Prime Time. Your dogs, probably. So, there it is. There's, you saw Royce Freeman. A little Royce action. A little Dak McNabb action. So, Jalen Tolbert looks nice in the one, don't he? What's up, Vinny? How are you, brother? What's up, Vinny Hagen? How you doing? What do we got here? Who's that? Oh, Zeke at a 15. A little thick. Look a little thick. Zeke in a 15. Let's see here. We must be back to 0. We must be zeroed out. So whenever we do get to our $75 super chat goal, I added a couple of Mark's items in the mix. I added this. A little Dak Prescott looking up to the heavens. This was over. Awesome. This was over by my other setup that I don't use anymore. So, if anybody wants that, if I draw your name, you can get that. And this one is one of the early. I'm not giving away my Stuart Morrison pick that Mark made me. That's special. But this one here is early. Mark Holmes and his machine, so it's a little dark, but you can still make it out well. It's Charles Haley with the 5 Super Bowls. So if anybody wants that, I'll throw that in there. I don't know that we'll get to the goal today because we got no carryover. So between that, my hats, I have the 3 color hats right now. I'm out of black. Phil got the last black one. I got the navy, the gray, and obviously the eagle green. Game Time. So, and I got some royal blue coming in, but I thought I'd have them today, but I do not. So, and I got my white T-shirts, the Game Time Brian white T-shirts. So for now, that's what we got. Once I start getting some money flow in here, I'll start buying some items, and start giving away. But I did add a couple items to the pot. There you go. Let me get rid of this and go to the Zoom call. There we go, everybody. Chris May's in the house. Thanks, Primetime Phil. What's Phil doing? Everybody going in summer vacation? Here, possibly. Stephen Beatty, what's up, brother? How are you? Yeah, I did a video this morning. I uploaded it, but I don't know why, but I had the right title in through my Filmora, but when I actually went back and looked, something happened and went back to the old title. So, what's up, David Cowboy? What's going on, my man? How are you?
Hey, everybody.
Did everybody get their items? Let me know. But yeah, Vinny, you know me. I don't have enough room for all this stuff. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, but I'm not going to get rid of the print that Mark made me for the when we were all at the Star. It's just real quickly. I was doing some homework, Phil. I'm about to just discuss it with everybody here. Look, we're definitely going to the game. We don't have tickets yet, but we're going to the game November 10th. I think it would be better, Phil, if we stayed in Arlington, only because you want to be by the stadium. It's a hike. It's over $100 Uber ride from the Star to AT&T. So, you know, I think it probably maybe still go down to the Star one day. Maybe if there's a few of us or whatever, we could split it. But, you know, it's like it's a decent amount. It's like 50 miles. So to go to the Star. But it's probably would be better to stay. I paid extra. I got a refundable, 100% refundable reservation. I picked a hotel that I thought was decent, but we could cross that bridge. I just wanted to lock something up, Phil, because you know Mark's a last minute type of guy. I did get a suite room that's 2 miles from that was one of the closest ones. And it's pretty nice, dude. It's got 2 queens and a big couch. So and it was like, I want to say less than $400 a person for 3 nights. It was decent. It's got over an 8-point rating. So it is what it is. We'll figure all that out. But I wanted to lock something in. What's up, Drew? I wanted to lock something in. And I was just briefly looking at flights. So we'll have to coordinate so we arrive in Big D on the same day, you know, around the same time. So nobody's waiting around. But it's going to be fun. So how is everybody doing? Brad, how you feeling today, brother? Mine hasn't gotten here yet. Okay, yeah, like I said, it shipped on Thursday, right? So probably didn't go out till Thursday afternoon. So probably tomorrow or Tuesday. What's up, Arturo? How are you? Regina Green's in the house. Most definitely Arlington. Yeah, the Kid Cowboy. I wanted to... Like, Phil needs to see the Star. I've been to the Star. It's beautiful. I was gonna stay at the Omni Frisco. You'd literally get the rooms that overlook the fields, but you're not by AT&T Stadium. So, you know, I ended up getting a hotel just by there, you know. So that way we have something. If the Godfather finds something to his liking and he don't like what I got, then we'll cross that bridge.
I thought he was the OG. You can hear me, right?
Yes. We got you loud and clear. Well, you know, Mark's a last-minute guy. He still hasn't made plans for a training camp. Literally, dude, you got to be there first pad of practice. You got to be there first pad of practice. You got to be there first pad. So I said, all right, well, I'll give up my Christmas vacation, and I'll swap it with somebody else who had the first pad of practice week. So I did that, which I don't mind giving up my Christmas vacation. And then he comes back to me and goes, well, we're doing a family thing, so you'd have to get your own place. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I don't want to go to training camp anyway, let alone do this shit by myself. And then he comes back and goes, well, now that there's this, and we could change the dates to that. Now, when you work for a company, you're at the mercy of the company. I have a pension job. Again, I try and do as much as I can. So don't make me feel bad when you change the dates, my guy. So, but he's already on board as saying, even if Dan Cilio and Philly 500 back out for the Cowboy game, me and Phil are still going. I said, Mark, if you want to back out, that's on you. I'm hoping you come, but I have to roll with how I got to roll. I can't be doing this. He's his own boss, so he could kind of do what he wants. Save your time and money and just go see the Birds in Philly. I'll be there too, Bobby. I'm going to both, my man. That's a home game for me. Come on now. That's 30 minutes away. That's nothing.
You guys are lucky living out that way, man.
Yeah. I
I
don't
want to
know.
try to go to that game too. I'm going to see what I can work out, but
What
that'd be awesome to
in
go to that
Dallas?
Philly
That
game.
would be
Yeah,
great, man. That would be great. I'm
it'd be
trying
my
to.
first experience.
Well,
I mean,
I've
I've had
never
chances
been.
before. I've had family live down there, but
Yeah,
with my vision at the time, it would have been pointless. So, but
yeah.
this time, being able to see that, that'd be one hell of a. And the first person I would find, I wouldn't care how much money it would cost me, is I
Yeah.
try to find Emmett just to get my picture taken with him,
Dude,
man.
Emmett's the man. I don't want to pay all that money to get punched in the face in Philly. Prime time, no, you won't get punched in the face as long as you just be quiet, and shut your mouth. And when Dallas does good, you can't do anything. What's the fun of that? That's the problem. There's
Knowing you're lucky, an eagle might just fly over you and poop on you just
yeah,
for the
right.
hell of it. That's probably the only bad thing that would happen.
Yeah,
And don't wear any
Curtis.
Dallas gear, right?
Yeah. Curtis, Phillies versus Yankees look great now. Well, Phillies blew one against the Mets. Vinny's team beat us. We had you, buddy. We had you. Bases loaded. That was a hell of a play to end the game, though, Vinny. Know your role, shut your mouth, and you all. But yeah, but Drew, who wants to pay all the money just to be able to sit on your hands? You know what I mean? That's the problem. You should be able to listen. I've been there many times, and I've cheered many a time. It's just you just can't be disrespectful. There's always going to be that. What's up, East Side? There's always going to be those people. It is what it is. Oh my God, you guys exaggerate shit too much. City of brotherly love, yeah, Bobby. You know, and I know that if Dallas fan goes there running his mouth, he going. I was at the vet, Bobby. I was traumatized as a kid. I saw a Dallas fan get thrown in the trough, otherwise known as the urinal in Vet Stadium. So,
Oh, man, that's brutal.
yeah. Back in the day, they had a few urinals, but then they have these huge long troughs that dudes just lean over and go to the bathroom in, which is kind of disgusting. So,
That's worse than a swirly.
Phillies are a juggernaut. Not today, though, Vinny. You guys beat us. Drusilla, game time. I will try to go to one of the Cowboys games. I have family in Fort Worth. Wow, listen, if you could go to the Dallas Eagles November 10th, I believe. Yes, November 10th. We're going to be there. We're going to be tailgating. Me, Phil, Mark Holmes, supposedly Dan Saleo, and maybe even the Chicken Philly 500. I doubt it, because he doesn't wear the pants, but, he might be there. He might be there. I
That'd be fun
grew
to
up
meet
to
Philly.
that. Thunderdome.
Guy's funny.
Yeah. We're just messing with Philly. He's a good guy. We just, when it comes to Eagles Dallas, he's not very clear headed.
I know I give him crap sometimes in his chat. I say he's full of eggnog, full of
Yeah.
nog. That
Well,
is his head's got eggnog noglog.
if
Things like
anybody
that.
wants to
I
hop
love him
in
though. He
here,
makes me laugh.
yeah, I like Philly. If anybody wants to hop in, just go to the community tab and join in if you want.
Now,
Anybody.
what's with the Sports Illustrated rumor about? Well, it's just a rumor about CD going to Pittsburgh for Carl Pickens or whatever, or Pickens,
Yeah.
Kenny Pickens or something. Or no, Pickens somebody.
Yeah. It's Pickens. Yeah.
Kenny Pickens, wasn't it? I don't know. Gosh, there's so many Pickens anymore.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. Well, no, it's not Kenny because Kenny Pickett left to go to the Eagles. Yeah. So Brian, what does it cost to go to a game? Vinny, I haven't looked at tickets yet. We're gonna wait on that. That's the last thing we'll do.
Last thing I checked on there, they're anywhere I think from $40 for the crap seat level, all the way up to like 200 something plus if you're like in a big booth or whatever.
We're waiting because Mark said he might be. I don't know, depending on what Dan could do. Big sills. We might get a group rate, so we're gonna wait on the tickets. I would say at least a couple $100. But again,
it's worth it.
The room I got is a suite room in Arlington. It's literally 2 miles from the stadium. The closest, Phil, is like a mile and a 1.7 miles. I think this one's like 1.9 miles. But they didn't have any bigger rooms. They were this is a 400 square foot room. It's a decent rating. It's the Crown Plaza Suites in Arlington. So It's actually a good deal. So I got the breakfast and everything. So, but it's not. I paid the extra so I could back out of it if I need to. I just wanted to lock something up. 1,000 for me total last year. We had West Virginia. You figure. I got a room for 3 nights, West Virginia. So I got it for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So I figured I'd fly in on Friday morning and fly home on Monday. So, that should be good. I would like to take Phil to the Star one day. You don't need to go for more than a few hours, so, just to see the Star, the shop, the fields, just to get a sights and sounds. But it's not an all-day thing, really. I thought they would have easily access to the game and we could hang out at the Star, but that's not really the case.
Right, Curtis?
So... George Pickett, wow, interesting. No, plus picks, yeah. So I highly doubt that. But, as Phil would say, nobody's untouchable on this team. We haven't won much. So nobody's untouchable. Everybody wants to say, I love CD. I don't want him going anywhere. But again, there's an easy contract that you can mimic. You can go mimic the Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's had better numbers over a 4-year period than you have, CD. So for you to ask more because you can or because you want to, I think is wrong. So that's my opinion. So I'm sure I'll get crapped on for that.
I think most people would agree with that, though.
I mean, I'm at the point now where no one person, even Dak McNabb, is not my... Again, I'm a Cowboy fan. I want to win, so I'm going to look at all options. If
not one person is more important than the whole team.
Exactly. That's how it's got to be. Lowe's is good, Arturo. It's $630 a night, bro. If you're putting me, Arturo, if you're putting me up, bro, then yes, I will stay at the Lowe's. I did look at the Lowe's. $640 a night for the room that I would need. So. So that's like what we spent for in Detroit for the NFL draft. And this is just for a regular season game. Lowe's Hotel is beautiful. Is it $630 not counting fees? So you're probably talking over $2,100 for 3 nights. Is it that good, Art? But if Art's buying, me and Phil, Art, come on down. Pick us up. This was just for end zone tickets, no hotel, bunch of fees got added. Yeah, West Virginia, we'll get in somehow, some way. I'm not overly concerned. I was looking at Phil. I don't know if he's still in here. Yes, very good. It is beautiful, but again, Art, I'm not, you know what I mean? I have to fly there too, bro. That's gonna be another $800-900 because I was looking at flights. The flight there is about 4 nonstop, and then a flight home is like another 3 something. So we're talking around
$711 to $811.
Yeah, it's like between it's almost $800 for a round trip to Texas, bags and all.
I checked it out myself too. It was the same for me. I was like, dang.
Yeah, so it's like how I would, it is what it is. But my question to you, Cowboy people, here's this Matthews guy. I don't know who he is, so guess what? You're out. I didn't realize Southwest doesn't fly into DFW anymore. So I'm very curious to see why. I mean, because I normally like to fly Southwest, and I did it, and it was sending me to Love Field. I'm like, I ain't flying into Love Field, so.
Who was that airline that was having problems with their planes, with the doors or something being unlatched?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it them or someone else? I know a couple airlines have been having trouble.
Like Phil flew Spirit. I won't fly Spirit, so sorry. Sorry, bro. I ain't flying Spirit. Drew, don't start. CD had better numbers than AJ. I like AJ, I do. But let's be real. He's everything AJ is and more. Yes, he is. Better teammate, better everything. But we'll agree to disagree. So Arturo's putting us up, Phil. Thanks, Art. You're great. You're a great guy. They just did that this year. What's that, Elena? What's that? CD is way better than AJ. Again, I'm going to let this jerky in and see what he does.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you like there?
Cool.
Hey, bunghole, will you answer? Sorry, I just had to do it.
Hey, Davis. All right, Matthews, you're on. You got 3 You got 5 seconds to do something, or I'm deleting you from the. What do you get? What do you get your rocks off by shooting your name there? All right, bro. I don't know. Every week you do the same thing. Bye. Yeah. Bye, bitch.
Maybe he doesn't have the right setup or something.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who he is.
I don't either. I've never seen him in the chat.
So it's like, if you know, are you flying out of Philly or Atlantic? Philly. I don't fly out of Atlantic City anymore either, Vinny. They cancel too much. Does anyone actually think CD is way better than AJ Brown? Stephen Beatty, I do. Way better? No. I don't even care. That was Drew's question. This is a nice, lively conversation. CD's.
In what aspect are you talking?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you talking about a guy that can actually play in the slot and get open a little easier than CD with the speed, or are you talking about an AJ Brown that's pretty tall, that's physical?
Yeah.
Lane, you know, I mean, that's what I kind of look at it. Yeah. They don't even match up. They're two different guys, but I will say both receivers are pretty dang good. Couldn't go wrong with either one.
I love flying. I just don't want to fly Spirit or any of that shit. I was looking at American Airlines. You know, I always kind of bump myself up to where I get to pick my seat and whatever. It is what it is. So,
wish I had a plane to fly myself.
Bobby, I don't know how you can say that, man. But again, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. You guys can talk all about it. So, all I know is he had a hell of a year. He's a hell of a receiver. Why are we getting caught up in the antics? He wasn't in a casino during the playoffs when he was banged up and talking shit on his team. And I can tell you that. So, but all kidding aside, who cares? Fly a double A straight freight to DFW. Fly American Airlines straight. Yeah, I saw that, Drusilla. I saw American Airlines one way to get there, and then on the way home, now it's early. They're going to add flights, so I didn't book nothing, Phil, but they're going to add flights, but nonstop there. On the way home, I had a couple options because you want to get there. I don't like getting up super, super early and ruining my night the first night. Mm-hmm. So I think there was a 10:30 flight, which is perfect, and it was 3:35 one way, something like that. And that's with your bag, $50 for the bag, and yada yada. And then on the way home, or maybe it was $4 because I had once you added the bag. On the way home, I think I was going to Nashville. But I think it was, I don't know, maybe 10:30 in the morning, something like that. And I got home at 5:30 my time, something like that. I'm from North Carolina. I always fly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very cool, Drusilla. So Art, you going to the game or what? Ask Jerry Jones for his private plane. Yeah. He'll fly me out. I've bashed him for the better part of a year and a half now. I'm sure he'll fly me right out there. I'll be on the plane, and they'll be like, whoa. This is the guy that I'm flying over? Dump him out. Yeah, Regina, that's a hell of a call there. I will step in here. Stephon Gilmore took AJ right out the game. I don't know if anybody's taken CD out or has, since he's been on his roll for the last year and a half. Since the Giant game 2 years ago, CD's been unstoppable. So, but like I said, when you don't have a Devontae on the opposite side and you don't have a running game with a good offensive line, they can kind of limit what CD did. Hence, this is why they threw him in a slot. You put him in motion. That's just smart. I got news for you. That's what Kellen's going to do with AJ. He's going to see more slot. Devontae won't play slot as much because he's so small. You want to leave him on the outside in space. AJ, get ready, Drew. He's going to be playing a lot of slot. And that's what they should do. Nobody did anything against Green Bay, Bobby. I mean, so why single him out? You know, what did Dak do? What did our defense do? You know, if that's the case, what did you do against Tampa? Right? Nothing. You got blown out against a bad football team. But we're not going to hold you to that one game, right? If we're going to hold you to, you got talent, you just were in a funk. If you guys do group tickets, let me know. I will definitely West Virginia Country Boy. I will. That's why I'm waiting on that. I just wanted to get something. If I wait for Mark, it'll never happen. So I wanted to lock something in. I know I told Phil yesterday or Saturday, last night. Shit. I told him that I would rather stay in Frisco, but after doing my research, the Omni is really nice, but you're stuck there. You're literally here. We could just hop in an Uber or walk. I think it's like it's right around 2 miles, so I would just get an Uber and just dump us at you're right out in front. That's nothing. So and they may even have a transfer to drop you out front at the hotel. It's a nice hotel. It really is. It's nothing. It's not the Lowe's art, but again, you got to get what you can get. So.
There's always a local Walmart. You just walk inside, get one of those pop-up tents, just throw it out there in the front park to watch.
There you go. There you go. But actually,
provided you have a good enough firearm.
Yeah, exactly. Green Bay kick our asses, period. Yeah, Curtis, no excuse. That's one thing. We all know Dak did. He choked. Thanks, Bobby. You're even on a Sunday, we're going to be fucking critical. Thanks, brother. Hold us to it. We're some trash in Tampa we don't make. Yeah, I know. That's how I am. Ryan Doyle. CeeDee Lamb is very durable. He took big hit. Dude, he took a lot of big hits, Ryan. A.J. Brown will be grabbing his tender hamstrings and taking games off every now. Well, Ryan, he will pout too. He's got a little that's why they call him A.J. Owens down here. He's got a little A.J. Owens in him. But Terrell Owens was a beast. Nobody's questioning how good he was. He was just a little loose cannon upstairs, kind of like A.J. A.J.'s not as bad as Owens was. But A.J. will get mad if you don't get the ball, like most great receivers. So, yeah, thanks, Bobby. God bless me. There you go. It takes too much time from Fort Worth to Dallas. Yeah, that's why I said, Kid Cowboy, I'm just going to stay in Arlington and maybe take a day trip. Now, Kid Cowboy, it's been years. I went back in 92 with my brother. My brother. I miss you, Chris. We went to Dallas. We went to Big D. Little did we know, Kid Cowboy, we were going there. We went and visited family that I have in Plano on my dad's side. But then we ended up going to a Dallas game. We went to downtown Dallas. What do they call it? Where all the nightclubs are and the bars down there? Not Dallas Alley. They call it something. But we never got to where JFK was shot. I would like to check that out. But, Phil's not into it, but I might be going by myself. But, yeah, I'm sure they have some sort of tour. That's why I want to get there on a Friday, me personally. Jones is a more, I think they do any contracts this year. Steven ain't going to told. Yeah, exactly, Curtis. Hey, game time. Alexander from Green Bay shut him down, but he's as good as it gets. Oh, yeah. Jair Alexander is good. He is. But, again, I'm not going to take much out of that Green Bay game. But, again, if you sit back and look at it, what did Dallas really have last year? We beat a lot of bad teams. And, you only beat who you can beat, right? We beat a lot of bad teams, and we didn't have a running game, very non-existent running game. Our offensive line struggled. We didn't have a real good number 2 until towards the end of the year, so it was kind of easy to take him out, and he still had a great year. Game time, the baseball stadium is 2 blocks from the Cowboys. Yes, I do. I do know that. I was watching some YouTube videos on it this morning. You played weak-ass schedule. We did.
But so did the Eagles the year before.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good call. So did the Eagles the year before. Yes. Great zone game. That's right, Brad. Zone.
We just had a bad running game. We were not physical enough up front to run, and we definitely were not physical up front on defense to stop the run.
Yeah. Well,
and Arizona proved that beginning week 3, and then they had Buffalo come. We were us go to Buffalo. They ran it down our throats like nothing. A couple other teams in that playoff, that game with Green Bay, I knew it. It's like, if you guys need to start stopping the run. In the beginning, we were, and then that play right over the top on Bland. That's what ended it.
Yeah, Stephen Beatty, you're right, man. We have not. I mean, we won the one playoff game. We went to Tampa. They were a below average. What's up, Leo? I'll see you at 5, bro. All right, bro. I'll see you over there. I may not be there right away, but I'll be there.
Leo? Puff for me, brother.
A lot of teams, Cowboys could beat great teams. A new going 1-10. Yes. But it is what it is. We move on to this year. Enough of the last year stuff. We'll see. There's a lot of question marks around the Eagles. They have a lot of talent. Can they put it together? Dallas has a lot of talent. Are they going to be able to put it together? Are they going to be able to, stop the run? Are they going to be able to run the ball? Bobby Murphy, I want that Kelly Green hat. Go Birds. Well, you're in the hopper, bro. So we are $5 towards, so we only need 70 more, and I can do a drawing. But you're in the hopper, so let me write you down. Bobby Murphy. You might already be in there already. I just got back from a week-long cannabis conference. Nice. What did you miss? Not much, man. They're just talking shit on, where I live. They're talking shit on Jalen, as always. As always, Leo, that's what they do. If Jalen farts the wrong way, he stinks. Or Nick Sirianni. There you go, Bobby. You're in the hopper.
Something.
You are in the hopper. Yeah, Leo. They're talking on Jalen. Obviously, we talked about it last week. They moved Bradbury to safety. I think that's just one step closer to being out the door for Bradbury. And Slay, we'll see how he looks. I heard he looks good, but more importantly for the Eagle fans, Keely Ringo seems to have taken a step forward. So that's good for him. You need your young guys. I hate to tell everybody, as much as I like Gilmore, you need your young talent to step up. You cannot just constantly count on your big money guys. You need the Keely Ringos. You need one of your young guys needs to have a good year. On the surface, it seemed like Mitchell, him and A.J. Brown were going back and forth, Leo. Kenyon Mitchell seemed to hold his own in practice and was actually talking junk to A.J., which is what you want to hear. You really want to hear that. Thank you, West Virginia country boy. Thank you, my man. You're in the hopper. You want to have your rookie come in and be ready to roll from day one against a guy like A.J. Brown. Don't shy away. That's what you want. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Kenyon Mitchell, but early returns he's not shying away, which is mental is one of the biggest things as a young rookie. So if I was an Eagle fan, I'd be encouraged. You are in West Virginia, country boy. Let's see, Leah. This means that young got some. Yeah, that's what you want, right, Leah? You want a little dog. That's why, not many Eagle fans are gonna know. See, that's why I made a video the other day. I get a lot of comments. Not a lot. I get some comments. Leo and Drew, and Bobby. I get some comments from people about, you shouldn't talk Eagles, or Joey Shakes will say whatever. And I've talked to Philly 500. To me, it's my due diligence to know what's going on if I'm going to talk about a team. Now, I'm not telling you I know more than you guys, but I'm telling you I know a lot about the Eagles. I live here. I know that's my job to know. I can't be talking shit if I don't know, some of the ins and outs. I may not know it as well as a few of you guys. That's fine, but I feel like that's my job. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't be talking Eagles, stick to Dallas. Is that what everybody wants? They just want me to be a homer for the Cowboys or just be. No, I kind of like talking about everything. I talk about Giants. I had Cop Pizzle on my show for 2 hours. It was, it's like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to just be a Dallas Cowboy, his sucks fest. I just don't. Because, if you guys know, I keep it real. It gets ugly at times. That's how I look at it, Leo. I need to know what's going on. And at least I know what I'm talking about for the most part. Sometimes it's hard. So I don't want to hear the reality of some of the Cowboys stuff. Trust me, I don't. And guys like Walker Wade and guys like Kid Cowboy 66 and, these guys, although I may not always agree with them, sometimes I need to hear what they have to say because sometimes I'm just too in my own feelings like I think we're going to be great. And sometimes you need somebody to say, yo, we're not going to be great. You know what I mean? We are supposed to know your opposition, know your enemies. That's what I said, Drew. I did a video the other day. I said, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. You get the point, right? It was a joke. But, yeah, Elena, that's kind of, I've been down I'm over-explaining why I'm a Cowboy fan. Again, I shouldn't have to do it at this point, but I do it because of new people that keep coming to the channel. It's like, well, why are you a Cowboy fan? I see you got Phillies hat on. I see you roof. Oh, okay, does it really matter at the end of the day? Once you hear me talk, I'm not just full of shit. I'm not a guy who just likes to front run. Shit, if I was a front runner, you think I'd be a Cowboy fan? I would have ran years ago. I wish Mark never started the trolling with the Eagles, LOL. He's such a good dude. I hate negatively. Steven, Mark doesn't want to do it. Actually, I don't even think Phil. Shout out to Phil. I don't think Phil likes talking Eagles. He's more of a lead commander. There you go. Yeah, lead commander. I haven't reached out to Louis T yet, but I will. I appreciate that, league commander, because I take pride in not being a homer. Listen, once the season starts, I'm allowed to enjoy a game for 24 hours. I should be allowed to. If we start nitpicking, Chris, like if we start looking at, we can't even enjoy a game because we may have beaten the Carolina Panthers, right? And that's not going to propel us to the Super Bowl, or we may not have won convincingly. Shit, a win is a win. Just look at the Eagles last year. Drew, Bobby, all you guys. The Eagles last year were winning all those close games at the beginning of the season. You got out to a 10-1 record, and some Eagle fans thought you weren't going to lose another game. But if you go back and look, now you're starting to see all these podcasts come out. So, we won. Like I was watching Mark's video this morning, and he had some Eagle podcaster, whatever show it was, he was watching. They said, dude, yeah, we were winning these games, and everybody was just happy that we were getting that dub. But the flaws were there week in and week out, and finally the NFL is unforgiving. The NFL will catch up to you. They caught up to us in the playoffs and embarrassed us. That's what happened. Mark's motivation is to have Dak McNabb on the show. We all know that. Drew, actually, let me tell you this. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say, so I need to tread lightly. But he's not friends with Dak, but he's friendly with Dak's uncle. That's for sure. Me and Mark had an opportunity to go out and work on this past like a few months ago. Do some work at Dak's uncle's house. It didn't work out for scheduling and all that stuff, but yeah, he's friends with Dak's uncle, but that's not Dak Prescott. It's not like he's in Dak's ear. He's his own man. So, and he's a friend of Mark's show. So you got to realize Mark's channel blew up when Mark made a video of Dak Prescott before he was drafted by the Cowboys. And he made the video. It basically went viral. Now they should get a guy like this. And then lo and behold, they draft Dak Prescott. Literally the first year he's there, Romo gets hurt. Dak takes over and never looks back. So you got to keep that in perspective why Mark is such a Dak Prescott fan. Not to mention Dak's a sweetheart of a guy. How can you not? If Dak was the quarterback of the Eagles, you would love him too. He's McNabb. I understand, Drew. He didn't win as many playoff games as McNabb. I will give you that. But Dak ain't playing no air guitar and then having a shit game. Dak is a man's man, a big time leader. I feel bad for the guy that he hasn't had the playoff success, but that's my opinion regarding Dak. What's Bobby saying? How the hell can you evaluate your own team if you don't compare to your opposition? Yeah, well, that's how I look at it, Bobby, but sometimes people do that. You can't win a Super Bowl if you're a sweetheart. Arturo, exactly. We need some dogs. We need some.
You gotta have leaders, man. You gotta have people that want it. You know.
Yeah. More
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's like, what is your legacy? Is it a stupid Pro Bowl that you made 150 times, or is it actually having that championship? And
Yeah, exactly.
I rather have that. I rather have that as an individual than any stat. But I think a lot of it, I don't know, that Mark kind of mentioned a little bit on it on one of his videos not too long ago. It's this generation of, I don't know, it's just different, Well, hell, I didn't get to do it when I was really younger until it was later, but in life, but like driving, for example, kids don't want to drive. They don't even want their learner permits. They don't want to drive. The generation is different, And honestly, these players get a lot more exposure than, like, say, people our age back in the day with the internet and everything. So, seeing a guy like LVE, because I live, up in Idaho, make it from a small school, that really, like, I was like, cool, I'm sad that what happened to him with his neck, but up here, you don't have people that get into the NFL or literally make it that far,
Yeah.
But you get more exposure now, but it's a generational gap. I mean, for me personally, when I played football when I was younger, and I know I was younger and it was high school football, but still, if I wasn't out there doing my part and I was slacking, my butt was sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Until I didn't want to slack no more, Or I would be lucky if I get back on the field to even play. But that was the mentality back then. Now it's a little different. It's a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sledhead, I was rooting for Green Bay after we got lost. Green Bay, I don't know why. Even after the loss.
Beat San Francisco too.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wanted them to beat San Fran, but I don't know. I just thought Green Bay. I always think they're a class team, especially now that Rodgers is gone. I think they're nothing but a class act football team. So I didn't have a problem. If I'm going to lose to a team, it might as well be Green Bay. I can't stand bang, bang, 49er gang. And hell no. Nope. Honestly, I think Dak has peaked already. I don't think Dak has more to give, respectfully. Yeah, I would totally disagree there. Dak is in the best shape of his life this year. Looking at him, my man's going all out. He's going to have an unbelievable season this year. Now, I don't know what that means for the playoffs. I'm not talking none of that. I'm talking regular season. He going to be MVP in the MVP conversation. He knows he's a little over 4,000 yards away to set the all-time team record. He's 41 touchdowns passes away from setting the all-time team record. Dak ain't dumb. Dak's going to have a hell of a year. I don't know what that means for our playoffs. I'm not going there, but I'm saying regular season, he going to put up numbers this year. Make no mistake. He's going to have a great year, but we'll see. I don't know, man. I need to see more from my team before I could, really give an honest assessment. Game time, I really don't know how your team recovers from the Packers beatdown. That monkey on the back is now a gorilla. It's in the player's head now. Jerry knows that. Maybe. It's possible. But league commander, I would tell you, I don't think that gorilla comes out until they're in a pressure situation like a playoff. I don't think a regular season game can get to anywhere near that when it's the finality of not having a game the next week. I think you're not going to know until you get to the playoffs, if they get to the playoffs. If
you get to the playoffs, you want to see an attitude change. I want to see some people like die my ball. I'm sorry, that might sound bad, but that's the way I approached it. I played end. So that was my whole thing. It's like, die my ball. And that's where I always went, was after the ball. But I just want to see some attitude. I want to see, like, you ain't punking me this time. Keep to your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, and just, But I'm excited, man. I don't know about you guys. I'm all excited. I cannot wait for this to start. I cannot stand off season. It's like boring without it. But I'm all freaking excited, man. And I have a feeling our division is going to be one of the tightest in the league.
I think so.
Along there with Pittsburgh and their division in the north. But it's going to be a freaking fun season. I guarantee it's going to be a fun season.
I hope so.
And I kind of hope it is close between all of us. Even though I'm a Cowboys fan, because there is nothing more funner than seeing things. Like back in the day, you would have teams fighting for playoff position, and it would go by how you did in your division, and then the conference, and then points and points against. And it's awesome, like back in the day, to see how all those teams fight to get to that position, to even get a last wild card, But I think our division is going to be a lot better than what people think.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun ride, I think, this year. Even though I still think Detroit's the best team in the conference.
Yeah, I had them going to the Super Bowl.
But yeah, I think San Francisco takes a step back, but we're there with the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles and us, and probably a couple other teams, maybe like, you never know, Rams, Seattle. It all varies. The only thing I'm kind of irritated about is I hate that seventh team that comes in with a crappy record. Like in the South, NFC South 5-11 to get into the playoffs. I don't know. It's just kind of sus to me, because there's a lot of teams that get left out that actually have a winning record. So I don't know. I just think we're going to have a pretty whopping of a good season. Actually, I think we all are.
Dak Prescott is 18-24 lifetime against teams with over a 500 record. Well, really? Against teams that finish the season with a winning record. 18-24. I have another scary stat for everybody. Jalen Hurts is 10-0 in the regular season games against teams with a 500 record or better. He hasn't lost. Now, I don't know how that works because he lost to Dallas last year, so something don't seem right with that.
The only person I know we've never, ever beaten is a guy named Randy Moss, and he made us pay since 1998. Don't get me wrong. I like, Greg Ellis, but we should have got Moss.
Well,
he made us pay.
Well,
didn't matter who he was with. We have never beaten him.
Listen to Brian Broaddus, who was in Philly at the time. He's the one that drafted Trey Thomas. He drafted Jeremiah Trotter when nobody wanted Jeremiah because of his bad knees. He had a great career. Jeffrey Lurie went to Brian and said, we have to take Randy Moss off the board. He wasn't allowed to draft him. Dallas did the same thing. So we drafted Greg Ellis. Now, he ended up being a real good player, but he wasn't Randy Moss. No offense, Greg. So Hurts is him.
Never saw play.
I wouldn't say Hurts is him.
Or Moss straight up was Dion. That was insane. That Minnesota game, his rookie year. And once Dion's out of there, he starts catching stuff. That tells you how special Dion was.
I would say Super Bowl contenders. I would say Packers, Lions, 49ers. I don't know about the Eagles, honestly. If you're gonna say Eagles, I'll give you Dallas. I just looking and everything I'm hearing, it's going to be an ugly start to the season, Drew. Get ready, bro. But we'll see. Who knows? Let's see here. What time is it? NFL.
Where's everybody at, man?
I know. Well, they're all off, and I guess I got to start scheduling stuff and have stuff to talk about. Last week it was big. Dallas is favored in 14 of their 17 games, so don't expect them to have a bad year, Drew. You can say whatever you want about playoffs. Dallas ain't gonna have a bad year. They're favored in most of every one of their games. So week 1, let's see here. Oh, well, this is the Eagles schedule. Here we go.
I agree with you on that lead commander, but you know what? Sometimes the same old needs to change, and sometimes that's ownership. Can't do the same thing and get the same results.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Coach Clapp and Jason Garrett always pat him on the ass for being an idiot, and you see Troy getting pissed off before, like, come on. People are playing around. You got to have those guys that, to me, Troy was always the leader / field general. Emmett was the guy that was the heart and determination and never gave up, and Irvin was the dog, man. I mean, when we have those guys, but it's not. I can't keep looking at the past, because you look at the past, you can't.
Yeah, Brad, the local media,
but you got to have it.
Is really talking negatively on Kellen Moore. So we'll see. The people surrounding the team think it's gonna implode, but we'll see. They have talent, so they have to go to.
He's a good passing coordinator. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like the way his run fits are. I just don't like it.
Eagles have to get off to a good start. If not, they're in serious dookie with the way this media is already attacking Jalen.
That's true.
It's getting ugly, just because of a 3-day mini camp. Saying that, so we'll see. All my Eagle people know the Wolves are they're circling, waiting for you guys to screw up. If Sledhead's team, exactly, like if Sledhead's team beats you a week 1, that's gonna be rough. If you can somehow beat a Green Bay and then come home against Atlanta, then you're rolling. Atlanta's going to be a better team. Make no mistake about it. But, again, to go over the schedule and disagree about every game, but let me see something here. Let's see. Vegas odds.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be.
Looked at that stuff yet? Their odds and stuff.
Well, it's way too early. They don't even have injuries. But week 1, Eagles are an underdog. Eagles are a 1.5 favorite. So just like we're a 1.5 favorite. So we're both a favorite week 1. I'm surprised that we're the favorite, to be honest. But it's only a point. You could go either way. Week 2. Week 2, Dallas is a 6-point favorite at home against the Saints. Eagles are on Monday night, I know that. Week 2, Eagles are, only 3.5 against Atlanta. I thought that would be more. Interesting. Just for shits and giggles, lead Commanders in here. Let's go back to week 1. Week 1, the Commanders have a rough schedule. Here, let me, since it's only us two, I'll share it. The Commanders, +4 week 1 at Tampa. And week 2, the Commanders are a 2.5 point favorite at home against the Giants. So, yeah. Week 3. Let's see here. Week 3. Eagles are at the Saints. Eagles are a 3-point favorite. Dallas, 1-point favorite. It's basically a push against the Ravens. That's a tough game for Cowboys, the Ravens.
I think we lose that one.
Yeah, if I had to pick. Week 4 at the Giants, we're a 5-point road favorite on Monday night. Or it's either Monday. Yeah. Wow. Then again, we always beat the Giants, right? Let's see. The Commanders and the Eagles. Let's see. Commanders are a 3-point underdog in Arizona. Where the birds at? Where the birds? Eagles, 3-point favorite at at Tampa Bay. I like the Eagles to win that for revenge from the playoff game. Cowboys will be at least 11. Yeah, I agree. Now, Elena, 11 wins? That's easy. 11 wins, Elena. That's more than fair.
That's about right.
I got them anywhere from 9 to 12. 11's not out of the realm. Week 5. Commanders are +3 at home against the Browns. They're going to lose that one.
Here you go, Elena.
There you go. Cheers. Ooh, a little Jaeger. A little Jaeger bomb action.
You take a little shot of Jaeger with a little chaser of mustard. We got some good stuff.
Dallas is a 1.5-point favorite at the Steelers. Oh, Eagles have a bye week already. Week 5. I forgot. That sucks. It's
a horrible time to have a bye week.
Yeah, it is. Ours is right after that.
That's bad, too.
And the Commanders are 1.5-point dog against the Ravens right down the street. Let's see here. Eagles -0.5 to a 1 as a home. Their home game, they're a 0.5 point favorite. So that's basically saying the Browns are the better team slightly, but again, that's close. That's what's funny. Fun. A lot of Dallas and Eagles games are all within a couple points. Dallas are actually a 1 point favorite against Detroit. I think Dallas loses that game. I think Detroit gets their revenge. If not, we could be San Fran's. We could be like San Fran is to us. All right, moving along. I think we're about. The Commanders are a 3-point favorite against the Panthers. There you go, lead commander. Where the hell? I think Dallas is on a bye. And where are the Eagles at? Eagles. The Birds. Eagles at the Giants, 3.5-point favorite. That's it? Saquon back at MetLife? Elena, we just rep our team. We good. Yeah, well, we're having fun. I mean, winning also. Bobby, you're on it, brother. Yeah, of course he's on it. That's your Eagle boy. I said anywhere from 9 to 12. Don't worry. The official prediction's coming soon. Stay tuned. I mean, I could just rattle. Quickly, I could rattle Dallas' schedule just off the rip. Okay. I could just do it for you. I'll do us and then the Eagles, and then I'll do Washington. All right. Week 1, loss at Cleveland. Week 2, win against Saints. Week 3, loss at Ravens. So we're 1-2 at the Giants, 2-2. We beat Pittsburgh 3-2, lose to Detroit 3-3 going into the bye. We beat the Niners. We slayed the Dragon. But just hold that thought just in case. We're 4-3 at Atlanta, 5-3. We always beat the Eagles at home, 6-3. Houston Texans. Let's say we lose 6-4 at the Commanders, 7-4. Home against the Giants, 8-4. Home against the Bengals, 9-4. At Carolina, 10-4. Home against Tampa, 11-4. At Philly, 11-5. If we lose the Niner game, we get 10. So that's fair. That's about as fair as you could possibly be.
About 10 or 11.
We got,
that's where I see it too.
And that's with giving the loss opening week and giving a loss against Detroit. So that Niner game is going to be either a 10-win season or 11-win season. Either way, you're getting in the playoffs. Now let's look at the Birds. Do we want to look at the Birds? You guys, let's see.
Why not?
No, I'm saying we're looking at them, but they may not like what I have to say. I say you lose week 1. The Packers in Brazil, 0-1. I think you come home and you beat the Falcons, 1-1. At the Saints, at Tampa, split. I don't care. You pick. You ain't winning both. So let's say you're 2-2, bye week. Home against the Browns? I don't know about that. 3-2. At the Giants, 4-2. Loss at the Bengals, 4-3. Beat the Jags, 5-3. Looking good. I'll go to Dallas, get spanked. I'll be there, 5-4. Beat Washington, 6-4. I say you split the next two. I don't care which one. So you figure 7-4, 7-5. Beat Carolina 8-5. Beat Pittsburgh 9-5. Beat Washington 10-5. Beat Dallas 11-5. Beat New York 12. So you probably end up with 11 or 12 wins.
Yeah, that's what I mean about it. Almost looking like a pretty close.
Yeah. So again, you know how it works. Same team don't always win the division.
That's true.
But if they don't get out of the gate, this is why I say the beginning of the season for the Eagles is crucial. Because if you don't get out of the gate, and let's say you lose Green Bay, and let's say you lose both of these road games, New Orleans and Tampa, going into the bye, now you're fighting for 9 wins, 9-10. Now you're fighting. So I think I'm fair. Brad, I'll hang an NFC Championship game anytime. I got the same, 11-12. Yeah, Bob, it's again, but it's under the assumption that you're getting out of the gate and doing half decent. So if not, then I got you beating the Browns. I don't know that you're beating the Browns. I got us losing. I gave you a win there. So it's going to be close. So let's get to the Washington schedule. Because lead commander, you got a tough-ass schedule. Listen to this mess, people. We can both laugh at this. Sorry, lead commander. At Tampa, that's a loss. Home against the Giants, fine, 1-1. At the Bengals, at Arizona. Okay, you split 2-2. Home against Cleveland, you're losing 2-3. At Baltimore, you're losing 2-4. All right, you're beating the Panthers 3-4, beating the Bears 4-4. At the Giants, are you gonna beat both of them with a rookie quarterback? I don't think so. I think you split 4-5. Home against the Steelers. I don't know. I'll give you a win, but I don't think so. 5-5. At the Eagles is a loss. 5-6. Home against Dallas was a loss. 5-7. Home against a Tennessee. Okay, 6. At New Orleans, no. So that's 6 wins. Against the Eagles, no. Atlanta, you figure, okay, 7. At Dallas, if Dallas has something locked up, maybe you get to 8 wins. But I got you winning 7. That's a 7-8. So, no running game or stop the run, but you win 11 games. Kid Cowboy. We were, all year last year, we were a top 10 defense. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. Just because Green Bay did it, we stopped almost everybody else's running game. So Cowboys are coming second. 10 wins for Washington. This year's Texans. No. Not with a rookie quarterback, Drew. You're on drugs there, bro. Stop.
One poor rookie with our center that you have now.
Stop here. You stop hitting the med cart, bro. Curtis, how old are you, bro? Drew, be nice. Cowboy fans got emotional damage from all those playoff losses. Cowboy fans, we're sitting pretty. This is why we're sitting pretty. Because when I go to sleep at night, and I've seen most of them, this is what I look at. Okay. This is what I look at. Obviously, the Chiefs have won another one since here. They're up to 4. All right, right? I think they're 4. Yeah. That's where I'm at. East Side's here. So that's where I'm at. Look, did you guys like my Cowboy Mafia picture at the beginning?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That's Mark's wife made it. That's Cornelius Thorne. That's Gina Thorne. That's Mark's wife. That's Mark. That's me. That's Michael Anthony Fitness. That's his fiance, and I guess that's Chef David. Anyway, we're going to Pinks, right? We're going.
I need an etcher, man. I'd make Cowboy Mafia rings.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a lathe. They need a darn etcher.
Oh, here you go. You ready to rock? I never had it, man. Loyal Cowboy, what's up, brother? Why aren't you in here? Well, we're almost. We got another 20 minutes. Cowboys Mafia, that's badass. Yeah, his wife made it. I thought that was nice. Emotional damage. Is that what you're trying to say, Bobby? Is that what you're trying to do, brother? Arturo, let them talk their shit, bro. Let them talk. Little do they know what we got in store. Let them talk. I live here. This shit's going to blow up. It's going to blow up loud. Drew's happy he don't live here anymore because he don't have to deal with this media ripping into this team. Kellen Moore's already getting lambasted. You got Julian Lurie, and his analytics. You got Nick Dracula Sirianni that has no control over a team. He's dead man walking. Texas Poker, Game Time Brian, you're out of your mind if you don't think Commanders beat Dallas and Philly each. Texas Poker, they may split with Dallas, but yeah, I'm out of my mind pretty much. Not when you look at a rookie quarterback. I think our defense is going to be really good again. So, again, 52 Hamburger Eagles. Game Time, I see more tough guys in the Mafia shirt than I seen with the Cowboys playoff team. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Drew's still plugged into the Philly media in the city. I don't know. Well, I'm here, Drew. I'm not just starting shit. They're questioning everything, Drew. When you see Dan Saleo bringing on guests and they're literally questioning Kellen Moore, Nick Sirianni, it has to go good early on, or they're going to be in deep shit. It could be another meltdown season where you lose multiple games in a row just because. They were better than that, but you still lost 6 out of 7 and went into a playoff game and got absolutely destroyed. Our offensive talent, I don't know. You don't have Jason Kelce anymore. That's not as good. It's not as good, Bobby. It's not as good. Kid Cowboy, probably right, period. Jones is 30, not winning Super Bowls. Lame duck. Game Time, I see more. Yeah, I read that. Yo, Game Time, did Mark send out the Zoom link? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Let me look. He probably forgot. Let me open. Let me see. Community tab. No, he's too worried about I don't see no Zoom link. No, he didn't. Nope. He did not. Jeff Lee, what's up, my man? Philly media are haters. Don't live. Well, you don't, Atlanta. They do. You don't, but they do. So that's the deal. Again, that's why I said it's very important that they get off to a good start. Win the games you're supposed to win, and don't choke it up. Ron the Don, what's up? Game Time. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, man. It's kind of a ho-hum. It's been a weird day outside. It's been like real sunny, then rainy, and then now it seems like it's more sunny again. NFC head coaches, yeah. Yeah, very thin. It's like Ice Road Trucker. The shit's breaking underneath them, man. I missed that show, by the way.
That's some scary stuff, man. I was watching that with my dad a while back.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
I would not want that job.
No, you get out, you hear like cracking.
I'd be like, I'm jumping.
Oh, man. Stuff. Cam Jurgens. I like him. Bobby, I like Cam Jurgens. Nothing against Cam, but he ain't Jason Kelsey. Can we at least admit that? We do
You're
need,
right,
yes.
Jeffley.
Yes.
We needed to do personnel.
Early on, especially. Early on.
Big sets.
Yep. I'm from Philadelphia. They stupid. They always neg for it. Yeah, Elena, you know that. But they're going to nag. You guys were 10-1 and they were bitching last year. You guys were 10-1 and they were, they barely won. Well, they got lucky against Washington twice. If Ron Rivera didn't wimp out at the end of a game, you probably would have lost it. Yeah, that's what you heard. Nobody's Kelsey. That's all we're saying, Bobby. You can't be as good. Just like we weren't as good when, obviously, we're still trying to find that center. We weren't as good when, what's his name, had to retire from Wisconsin, Travis Frederick. Game time. Will your players respect McCarthy and Zimmer move? No, and they'll be. Well, yeah, because everybody's playing for.
I need one of them.
Mark Combs. Yeah, Mark Combs just posted a video. We should all go in there and just hit yes. He said Micah Parsons at $40 million. Let's see here. Micah Parsons at $40 million a year, is that bad as you think? Everybody go in there and say yeah. Say yeah, it is. It's horrible. No $40 million for me. I'm out on Micah for 40. Hell nah. Absolutely, West Virginia. No way. No. He can go to Philly and play for 40.
I'm getting sick and tired of the salary cap now.
Because at 10-1, I could see our flaws. Bobby. A lot of people I work with were just fucking flexing, man. Just flexing. I'm like, man, look at that. You almost, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, So, but hey, Micah Parsons, $40 million, maybe. How much of it's guaranteed, Art? He's not even the best defensive player. Let's see. Let me see something. 2023.
$40 million.
Let's see here.
Probably at $22 million, maybe. Oh, wait.
All right. Let's see. A Cleveland's edge rushing monster earned his first Associated Press 2023 Defensive Player of the Year award at Thursday's NFL Honors. Garrett edged out T.J. Watt, 165 in the voting. Garrett earned 23 first-place votes, while Watt had 11. Let's look at the awards voting. Here. Dak Prescott was runner-up. Lamar Jackson had 493 points. He ended up winning. Dak was at 152. McCaffrey, 147. Jalen should be somewhere. I don't see him anywhere on that list. Myles Garrett actually finished 10th in the MVP voting. That's not defense. That's just MVP voting. Offensive Player of the Year voting. Christian McCaffrey. Then Tyreek. And then, oh, look, CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was third. I don't see A.J. Brown on that list. See? I don't see it, people. Dak Prescott. Top 5. But he sucks. That's right. I know. Defensive Player of the Year voting. Myles Garrett, first. T.J. Watt was second. Micah was third. Max Crosby. Deron Bland. Wow, we had 2 guys in the top 5, but we suck. Fred Warner, I love. Roquan Smith, I wish we would have went for. Oh, look at the key cat. So there you go. Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. Tell you, Detroit's going to the Super Bowl this year, people. We're all playing for second place. Defensive Rookie of the Year voting, Will Anderson, Jalen Carter. There you go. Jalen Carter finished second, Elena. There you go. Jalen. Joey Porter Jr., my guy. I like Joey Porter Jr. The Comeback Player of the Year voting. Joe Flacco, DeMar Hamlin, Baker Mayfield. Yes, with that decisive playoff victory. Let's see. Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski, Cleveland Browns. DeMeco Ryans, I think he should have won it, to be honest with you. Dan Campbell might be the reason why Detroit don't win a Super Bowl with his dumbass. John Harbaugh, Baltimore Ravens. Kyle Shanahan. Mike Tomlin. Mike McDaniel. Sean McDermott. I don't see either one of our coaches there. But anyway, that's some of the voting. So that's kind of interesting. So Stafford going back. Stafford's a man. I think Mark may have posted his link finally. Let's see.
I won't know till I refresh with my cat.
I'm going on there now. Community. Yes, the link is up 2 minutes ago. It is up. He is ready to go, and shortly. I'm just playing, people. Those are the numbers, but, when we have numbers that fall in our favor, I got to show them occasionally. I take enough crap from you people. I was arguing with the Eagles contract creators, telling them that they were too busy celebrating. Yeah, I hear you. The Lions is way more physical than the Cowboys. That's their problem. The Cowboys can't take a punch. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Goff is good, just not sure he's a Super Bowl winning QB. Bobby, I'm not saying they're winning it, but I think as a favorite, you know what, real quick, I just want to show you guys their schedule, okay? Just look at their schedule and tell me I'm wrong that they're not going to roll up 13 wins. Obviously, injuries happen. But look, let's just look at Arizona. Oh, wait, sorry. Regular season. Home against the Rams. Home against the Rams, that's a win. At Tampa, home against Tampa, that's 2-0. At the Cardinals, probably 3-0. Home against Seattle, probably 4-0. They got a bye week. At Dallas, they're going to be coming off a bye. I already have Dallas losing that game, so they're 5-0. At the Vikings, okay, you're telling me that they lose to J.J. McCarthy? If you're telling me they're going to lose it because it's a divisional game, okay, 5-1. Home against Tennessee. Come on, this schedule's easy, 6-1. At the Packers, fine, 6-2. At the Texans, I don't think they lose, but I'll give them a loss, 6-3. Home against the Jags, 7-3. At the Colts, they're winning that game, 8-3. Home against the Bears, 9-3. They split, so they win against the Pack, 10-3. Let's say they lose against Buffalo, 10-4 at home. Maybe. At the Bears, they win, 11-4. Week 17, I think they smacked the 49ers, 12-4. Home against the Vikings, 13-4. Let's say they lose the Niner game. They're at the very least, if you say they lose the Niner game and let's say that they lose the Colt game, at the very least, they have 11 wins. You know what I'm saying? People, do you guys agree?
I can see that.
$500? Anywhere from 11 to 13, Texas Poker. But again, you can bet all you want. I'll bet you 500 M&Ms. How's that? I'm not made of money. Campbell's a drunk. I agree. He's going to cost them the Super Bowl. But look at that schedule, Texas Poker. Look at that schedule and tell me I'm wrong. They will always lose 4 to 5 games a year due to their coach. Yeah, okay. So that's 13 wins if you lose 4. Right? That's still 12 or 13, Texas Poker. Schedule's full of tomato cans. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not flexing over Detroit. I hope they shit the bed. Trust me. But I'm just telling you, that schedule is Dallas' schedule from last year. Right? That's what it is. So we'll see about Gilly coming back, Jeff Lee. Gilly's going to sign with a team who suffers an injury. That's where he's going to sign. That's where he should. He's beyond getting the big payday now. He's going to go get himself a ring if he can.
I thought we would bring him back, really.
We still may.
Considering Diggs' injury and how it is with those guys coming back from that ACL, just a thought. But yeah,
we still may bring him back. Yo, what's going on, Drew? What's happening? How are you? He's flexing.
What's going on, guys?
He's coming in here flexing. Me? Yeah, we got you. Good. Sometimes.
Greetings, everyone. How's everybody?
We're doing wonderful, man. We are doing wonderful. But
Phil, salute. Game time, salute. Eagles and Dallas fans, salute, man. I come in peace.
Yeah. Sometimes people like to see the person, know that they're not. Sometimes, like people who text or put comments, people get all carried away over, Right. I always tell Brad, calm down, bro. It's not the end of the world that we disagree.
Peace out, Brad.
Like if Drew says, Dak stinks or Dak is a choker in a playoff, whatever. Okay, that's his opinion. It is what it is. That again, everybody has an opinion. So
let me set the record straight. Dak is a good quarterback.
Everybody get this on tape.
I'm not saying
I have to record this.
Please put it on. And I've never said if there's some smack talking, I'm from Philly, man. If you want to bring the heat and the fire, then I'm gonna bring it. But I try to keep it. I'm a football fan first, who happens to have been, born an Eagles fan from the womb. You know what I mean? Everybody in my immediate family are Eagles fans. And
my
that's
sister's
just how
an
it
Eagles
is.
fan.
Game time. I grew up in Philly. I've spent most of my time in College Creek Parkway, 58th and Warrenton. I went to Benjamin Franklin High School.
Nice.
So I am Philly through and through. Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, love it all, right? But Dak is a good quarterback. And that's why when I put the comparison for saying that Dak reminds me of a poor man's Donovan McNabb, I'm not trying to piss on Dak at all. All I'm saying is in the early 2000s, Donovan dominated the NFC
He
East.
did.
The Eagles dominated, right? Just like Dak. Look, Dak dominates the NFC East.
He does.
I'm not even going to sit here and cap. He beats us. He has a winning record against us, right? But what I'm saying is he's the poor man's Donovan is because at least when Donovan dominated the NFC East,
he would
made it to NFC Championship games.
Yeah.
We made it to Super Bowls.
I know.
Dak can't get past the second round. And that's the only thing that separates Dak from, let's say, from a Hurts, right? Hurts, 3 years starting, 3 playoffs, NFC champion, and a Super Bowl, right? So when you look at the whole body of work, Hurts, I'm going to just slightly put him above Dak. I'm not saying he's, 100 miles away from Dak. Not at all. You know what I mean? Oh, man.
What's up, Alina? How are you? Dak is the best QB in his draft class for a 4th rounder. Let's go, Dak. Yeah, I love Dak. But again, I'm not going to make excuses. Sometimes, listen, I think we all, I don't know. I don't know how to say this without upsetting everybody. Sometimes I think the quarterback gets too much credit and too much blame, but that comes with the territory. Just look at, look at Elway for all those years. Elway was known as a choker in the playoffs until he finally got a running game, and then all of a sudden he was great. He had a great arm, but he couldn't win a lot of playoff games. Dak, until he gets further, will always live with this, rightly, wrongly. But I agree with Drew because Dallas.
I'm sorry, guys. That was the wife.
Okay, no, it's fine. Dallas had to deal with a really good Eagles team under Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb. But you can say whatever you want. They had their problems later on when they got to, but they won a lot of games. I remember, just think how close they were to getting to 2 more Super Bowls, hosting the Carolina Panthers and hosting Tampa Bay. So they could easily have 2 more Super Bowl appearances, wins. I don't know. Donovan had an issue at that point. He did. He had a block at that point. But
and if Donovan wasn't such a team player or what do you call it, like a company man like Dak is, that whole thing with T.O., I honestly believe that they would have gotten to the Super Bowl again.
I agree with that.
Won at least 1 or 2 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is my, like, for this year coming, guys, I mean, it's a question mark. We don't know what the hell is going to happen, right? But Uncle Drew's philosophy, there's 4 factors to a football team that actually matter to me. It's the coach, the quarterback, offensive line, defensive line, right? So if you're looking at the Eagles starting a new coordinator, okay, cool. You guys hate Kellen Moore.
I don't.
We'll experience Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore's good.
I think he's good regular season, but I don't know.
The Eagles had a new coordinator, Brian Johnson, who was trash last year, and we still ended up in the top 10 offenses, right? So coach and quarterback, I think the Eagles and Dallas are pretty much even there. Offensive line, defensive line, I think the Eagles have a better offensive line and defensive line. I think you guys have a lot of question marks. And if you're looking at the schedule, to me, is the ticker. The schedule early on, you guys' schedule is brutal.
Yeah, I
know. Your offensive line, you have like 3 question marks and 2 solidified guys. Yeah. Taylor Smith is a beast. Zach Martin, Hall of Famer. Every place else, dude, it's a question mark. Tyler Guyton has major bust factor.
No bust.
I love the Cooper Beebe. I love the Cooper Beebe thing. I wanted Cooper Beebe.
We'll see about Guyton. We'll see. Again, it's not Dallas. I would defer to. I'm not saying he's Pro Bowl. First year, he's going to have his struggles. We'll see. I'm not here to. I will say Dallas.
I agree with him on that. I can, but I think the defensive line, they have a better.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
And we have a better outside rush. But if you,
I'm going to lean towards the positive and say we've only drafted 4 first-round offensive linemen in our history, and they've all been good. Now,
that's true.
They've had opportunity. Just remember, when they were on the clock in the first round, they could have taken a prime times guy, Barton. They, maybe that's who they should have taken. They valued the left tackle over Barton, over the guy from Oregon. They could have had
Barton
either one of them.
The pick. Barton should have been the pick.
But I mean,
Barton should have been the pick.
So he'll forever be linked to Guyton. Now, if Guyton comes out and is that guy, then they made the right pick. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But again,
our offensive line ain't been the same since we lost Frederick.
Nope.
Like I don't know what the Dallas Cowboys front office just the proof is in the pudding. Like you need to draft a all-pro center.
Yes.
You need to solidify the center. We have not been the same since we've lost our center.
And you're right, because Travis Frederick did a lot of those line adjustments and everything. When he was out, Joe Looney came in, and you saw how it changed, and we never did address that. He was very important.
Talk about that. Nate Newton was talking about that on one of his little podcasts he was doing. He was saying, I don't agree with Will McClay and their philosophy. I agree it starts with the center. You need to start with the center and work out.
Offensive line and defensive line, that's where you start to build a team. And let me ask you guys this question, right? I mean, CeeDee Lamb is a great receiver, top 5. But that year, should you guys have taken CeeDee as opposed to an offensive lineman that was there that could help solidify that line today as opposed to what you're dealing with now?
I think they did the right thing, Drew, by taking the best player they had on their board. That's where I'll give the Dallas credit. But, they do reach at times also. So it'll be interesting to see this Tyler Guyton pick. I love Beebe, so we'll see. I think we have a center now. I think between either Beebe or Hoffman, I think it'll be good. But, we do have question marks. I'm not going to sit here and say we don't. but I like that we addressed it with Cooper Beebe. He's a nasty player, so
Cooper he's a beast.
So again, we'll see what it amounts to. But Mark's getting ready to go live, everybody. I don't like to go over and to cut him off.
Let's go kiss the ring of Mark.
Yeah, let's go over there and kiss the ring of Mark. Everybody, thank you so much for joining.
And respect, guys. Respect.
All right,
go
Drew,
Birds.
I'll see everybody over there. Peace out. Bye.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh yeah, it is my bitch.
Remember, the ball must travel 10 yards. It's loose. Mud Dogs football.